I'm Mary Kate Mancini. I'm an elementary education major and I'm a senior. When I came to Endicott, I saw myself as just the shy, average girl that liked to sing. That's changed a whole lot over the past 3.5 years at this point. My freshman year in February, I was diagnosed with alopecia areata, which is an autoimmune disease that attacks your hair. Your body is convinced that your hair is like something bad that needs to be like taken away. I started losing my hair at the beginning of 2015, and by the end of 2015 I was completely bald. That obviously really impacted my own view of myself and of my self-identity. I always saw myself as the girl with the straight brown hair right to here, and that was suddenly taken away from me out of nowhere, and I just kind of watched it fall out every single day, and it was a very weird experience, I guess is the best way to put it. I wore a wig to kind of like replicate that identity that I formed for myself, but it still just never felt authentic until I started to really start sharing my story with people and start saying to people, this is what I've been going through. I also have a lot of anxiety and other mental health issues that have been impacting how I'm interacting with other people on this campus. And so by the end of my sophomore year, I started to share my story, and I really felt like with that I was kind of able to own my story and own this identity of I'm not just Mary Kate with the long hair, I'm Mary Kate who has gone through a lot of stuff. I'm Mary Kate who has done a lot to get through these past 3.5 years, and I was finally really able to embrace my own inner identity. The summer following my sophomore year, I decided I wasn't going to wear my wig anymore, and I was no longer the girl with the brown longer hair. I had literally like basically a pixie cut, and it was as dark as it is now, which was much darker than what my wig looked like, and even when I had my old hair, and that took a whole new identity on itself. Obviously, I was now the girl with the short hair, and it was scary to take on that role because it's not something that you see. You don't see a lot of girls with short hair, and for me, like I said, I had this identity based on my appearance, and it was once again completely changing in front of my eyes. And even though it should have been a victory that I was removing my wig, it was obviously such an adjustment. I feel like now I'm able to look back on it, and I felt like in removing my wig, it was almost like I was removing my mask. This identity I formed for myself was kind of being taken away, and as much as it was uncomfortable, I think it was necessary. I like to use the quote that one of my advisors actually just told me a few weeks ago, that your biggest challenge will be your biggest strength. And I feel like in removing that mask, I was able to embrace this identity of, I like to call myself a warrior on my good days, or like a beacon of light, things like that, like that's just gone through a lot, and I'm able to embrace that because now my outer appearance I feel like reflects this like inner appearance. So even when my hair was super short, the way it is now, like I don't feel defined by my identity, like my physical appearance in terms of my identity is what's inside of me, and that's a big part of my story and who I am as a person. And it was really hard to accept that, but I'm really glad that I did.